John Gong. He's a professor of economics at the University of International Business and Economics in Beijing. Welcome to the program, Professor. Now, how serious is Trump's latest 25% tariff threat for China, given tariffs are already so high?
Well, my personal opinion is that it's not very serious. It's not even clear whether he's talking about 25% on top of the existing tariffs or applying a 20%, 25% rate on countries trading with Iran. China's current tariffs being imposed by Washington is already over 40%. So if it's the latter case, China has already met that definition. So from that perspective, what he's saying here is nothing more than just rhetoric. It's propaganda. It doesn't have any substance at all. If it's the previous case, on top of the existing tariffs, another additional 25% tariff, that means he's starting a trade war again. And I don't think President Trump has the appetite for that. We've gone through this path before, and using a term that was invoked in your previous program, the term tackle. I don't think President Trump has any appetite for that. He understands that a trade war with China is something he's going to have to tackle later on anyway. And also, I think we also have this context that President Trump has promised to visit China in April this year. It's just around the corner, going to be 2 or 3 months ahead of this. I think he's not going to spoil that trip. So I don't believe that he's going to slap another 25% tariff in addition to the current tariffs. That means there's going to be massive inflation in the United States. There will be no buying of soybeans from China for American farmers in Midwest states. And that's going to impose a political cost on him. And we all understand that the midterm election is around the corner. He can't afford losing that midterm election. So I think he's not in a position to initiate another fight with China on this front.
But if Trump does persist with this, does it essentially risk undoing the October trade truce?
Yeah, well, if he's going to do that, China's going to respond very affirmatively. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But China is now one of these countries that can be pushed around or being thrown against the wall, by Washington. I think the current truce on this trade war is indeed because of the position of strength that China holds. Washington fully understands this. And this is particularly true, I think, against the backdrop of the global political turmoil right now, a lot of which is actually attributed to Washington. I think Washington needs Beijing more than ever right now in terms of dealing with the political turmoils and uncertainties and instabilities around the world in many places. So I don't think President Trump is in store for a fight right now with China.
Right. Meanwhile, China's exports surged to a record $1.2 trillion in 2025, even as shipments to the United States fell sharply amid tariffs. What does that divergence tell us?
Well, first of all, I think the importance of the American market to China is greatly diminished. And there's a reason behind this. The reason is that the Chinese government has been planning for this for many years. We all understand that once President Trump comes to power again, he's going to do something like this. So we're preparing for this. Preparing means that China is going to be less dependent on the American market. Nevertheless, I think the statistics this year shows the resilience of China's exports, the competitiveness of Chinese exported products, especially I think these high-end products, high-tech products that are very much in demand around the world. We're talking about, for example, electric vehicles, solar panels, stuff like that. These industries are pretty much dominated by Chinese companies, and our technologies are way ahead of our competitors. So I think these are great products, transformational, revolutionary products, very much in demand, and it also contributes to the environment. I think the EVs and solar panels are perfect examples of how we can get the best of the both worlds from China's perspective. We are exporting a lot of things, but at the same time, we contribute to the climate agenda from a global perspective.
Professor John Gong from the University of International Business and Economics. We'll leave it there for now. Thank you very much for joining us.